Hey everybody, it's Dallas42 back again with another 7 Days to Die video. It's the morning of day 82. We are in the desert. We've been exploring down here, trying to put everything on the map, and we have nearly succeeded. There's a road over here that might go to some POIs, so let's go take a look over there and see what we can see. And then there's a few more POIs down in this town that I haven't put on the map yet. So we'll do that while we're there also. But other than that, I think... Oh, there's a road over here also that might go out to something. We should take a closer look at that. There's a little thing there we should take a closer look at. But then all these wide areas that are covered by fog of war that don't have any roads going through them, we're going to save those for later when we have the Gyrocopter, and then we'll go in and take a closer look at those. So I'm pretty confident that we've got the entire desert mapped out other than that. And once we are confident that we've explored the entire desert, then we will poke our head into the snow biome and start to see what we need to do to complete those biome related quests over there. So that's what's on our docket for today. Now our next blood moon is on day 84, so that means day 83, which is tomorrow, we want to head back to our home in the pine forest and make sure that our horde base is in ship shape. So we've got today to finish exploring the desert, and I think we can do it. Before we go too far, if you enjoyed today's video, please click the like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and that you hit that bell to get notified whenever I post something new. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought about it, share it with your friends. All that stuff helps the channel keep growing. I appreciate all of your support. Alright, this is a tier 3 POI. I can visually see that there's nothing down that way. So let's follow this road back down this way and see what we see. The road will eventually lead to some sort of a POI. Well, there's two ways that they can go here. Looks like there's one just ahead. It's a smallish POI. It's a tier 1. Alright, let's go around to the other side. So that was the road that came off this way, and it leads to this POI, which is a tiny one. It's just a tier 0. And it keeps going over here to this place, which is a tier 0, Grave Robber's Surprise. Keeps going over here to Duck Station, tier 1. I think that's a camp sort of thing, somebody's survival shelter. Alright, so this one over here is probably a 0. That's probably why we didn't label it before when we happened upon it. So I want to go over here. Is that the best way to go? Now let's go over here first, because there's a few buildings over here we haven't looked at, and I don't want to overlook those. And then after these, we'll be ready to go over to the boundary with the snow biome, and there's a little bit of the desert more over there to explore, and then we can start dipping our toes into the snow, see what we need to do to finish the biome quests over there, get started on that stuff. Alright, here we are. This is a Tier 3 police station. This one is a Tier 1. Commercial. This place is a snake. Got him. This is a Tier 1. And this one is a Tier 1. Okay, so I feel like we've now explored this town thoroughly. So our next stop is over here, and see where this road goes. Like, you don't have to do all this labeling that I'm doing, but I just prefer to do it because then I don't have to come back later and like wonder if I've seen something already, wonder if I've explored it already. Just kind of, it's just how my brain works, but you don't have to do all this. I just like the satisfaction of being able to look at the map and see where all the Tier 4s and 5s are and see what everything else is, and not have to have it be a big mystery. Be kind of nice if the map just automatically did that for you, but it doesn't, so I take the time to do all that. Especially since our goal for this playthrough is to do all the Tier 4s and 5s, we need to know where they are, which ones we've done before. I don't want to do the same ones over and over again, so we'll just experience each one time through, and then after that, move on. I don't know how many more unique Tier 4s and 5s there's going to be in this map. There's always a chance that there's some in the game that just didn't manifest on this randomly generated map. There's also a chance that we've already seen most of what it has to offer, but hopefully there's at least a few more unique ones before the end. We got 2 more biomes to go. Snake. Got him. We're still chasing these animal-related challenges. We're getting close to some of them. The coyote is really close. Alright, here's our road going off to the right here. Let's see where this goes. Well, there's a POI ahead. Looks like probably a Tier 4. But is it one that we haven't done yet? That is the question. It's Fort Chapa. I'm pretty sure we've already done that one. Yeah, confirmed we have. Okay. Let's label it appropriately. Get to the chopper! Alright. Yeah, I had to dip my toes in the snow here a little bit. I'm cold. Alright, now let's see where this road goes off to the left here. Oh, there it is. The Eater's Gate. It's a Tier 1 cave. Alright. There's just a little tiny piece of the desert over here. I think after that we're done. How do we get over there? This way will work. Can only stay in the snow for 3 minutes and then I'll start taking health damage, so we gotta be careful of that. This one is Caravan Carousel, Tier 1. Okay, I think we have satisfactorily explored the desert the best we can with the motorcycle. We will... Oh, there's a tiny piece up here, but yeah, we'll get there eventually. I'm not too worried about that. Once we have the gyrocopter, we'll come back and check all the fog of war areas, make sure we didn't miss something in there. But it's unlikely for a POI to spawn in the middle of nowhere without a road attached to it. So I think that we can probably call the desert, 95-99% done. So let's take a look at our challenges for the snow biome. What do we have to do? We have to find or build a shelter. We have to harvest some blueberries, which grow wild there. 5 of them. We need to craft a scorcher stew. We need to use the scorcher stew. We need to kill 5 frost claws in the snow biome. And 15 zombies altogether in the snow biome. We need to harvest 250 coal from the snow biome. And then we need to craft this snow gear, which we'll do when we go back to our home base. So let's go ahead and we can go in there, we can try to take down some zombies, and we can try to get some blueberries, and we can try to find a shelter. Oh, there's a frost claw. That's the ones we need. It helps if I can aim correctly. If we stay close to the border regions, then we can dip back into the desert to warm back up every so often. It's not a bad play. Okay, here's a shelter over here that we can take. Ooh, there's a cat. A big cat. A cougar, as it were. Okay, we found shelter, which was one of the things we needed to do. Okay, let's see if we can find some blueberries. Let's go park our bike in the... Actually, no. We'll just drive around until we find it. That way I can get out of here in a hurry if I need to. There's a blueberry bush. Remember what these look like from our farming days. Okay, so that's one. We need 4 more. The snow biome, as you can see, adds a base skull and a half to everything. So a tier 5 POI in the snow is actually equivalent to a tier 6.5. There's another frost claw. We need to get 5 of those. Looks like we've already found a town of some sort over here. Here's a blueberry. Oh no, it's not. It just looked kind of like one, but it wasn't. So at the time that I'm recording this, which is mid-November, or mid-December rather, the devs have actually released 2.5 experimental, which makes some changes. So it might be cool, but I don't play the experimental builds. I'm going to wait for the full release. If I can find my way in... Ooh, there's a bear. Got him. That's a big animal, huh? He's a big boy. Let's see if we can find just like a... easy little place to hide out, because I'm almost freezing to death. So let's go over here and hide out in this barn. Gotta be a way in here. Okay, let's go to the house then. That's not sufficient shelter. Oh, come on. How do you get in here? There we go. Just needed to warm up somewhere. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. While I'm here, I might as well label this. It seems we've already stumbled upon a town of some size here. But we don't want to get too crazy about exploring until we take care of our biome quests. Hey, vehicle crafting 99. Whoa. I don't know if it's in the 2.5 or not, but these frost claws are being redesigned. A lot of the community thought that they looked too... Those and some of the other newer zombies that they've released look too cartoony and too fantastical, not like regular zombies. So they are being redesigned. Hey, we got the snow biome zombies achievement. That's good. So let's get back out of here. Okay, where are we with these challenges? I got the shelter. I got all the zombies. We need 3 more blueberries. Let's go get those. There's one right there. 2 more blueberries. One more blueberry. Actually, it's already complete. Okay, so the only other thing I can really do right now is harvest some coal. Gotta find some coal here in the snow biome. Let's see if we can find some on the map. That might be some. These might be some. That might be some. Let's go take a look over there. That's close to the border, so we can get out of here to warm back up. Yeah, there we go. There's some coal. So we can come out here and warm up, and then we'll go back in there and grab that. We need 250, I think. Yeah, 250. It's probably good enough. Cha-ching. Got it. Okay, so let's take a look here. We need to craft a scorcher stew. Yeah, okay. I think probably at this point what I want to do is go back to our desert safe house and gather up as much stuff as we can out of there, and then head back to our pine forest base, and when there we can construct this scorcher stew that we need, and we can craft the gear that we're going to need, because I don't have to use the scorcher stew in the snow biome. I just have to craft it and use it, so I can do that in the pine forest. And then we'll craft the gear that we need. And if we still have time later today, maybe we can poke our heads back into the snow a little bit. Well, it's not quite what I had in mind. I don't think I got credit for that, but oh well. Might as well grab this box while we're here. That later. Okay. Yeah, we are done with the desert. you know, 95% done with the desert anyway. Got to do a little more exploring with the gyrocopter. Might find a random POI here or there, not attached to a road, but I think for all intents and purposes, we can call the desert done at this point. Moving on to a new biome. That's pretty exciting. Got it. Got the challenge for the coyotes. That's exciting. Cha-ching! So I no longer need to take out the coyotes when I see them. I believe that's the first animal that we've actually completed. Yeah, it is. Go figure. Something that doesn't even appear in the first biome is the first one that we've finished. Bit of a long ride across the desert to get back to our safe house, but we gotta do this. Make sure things are on the map as I pass by. Most of them probably are. Cutting cross country is a bit dangerous. There's lots of things to run into and damage your vehicle, but I'm in a bit of a hurry right now, so that's why I'm taking my chances. With the map size I have selected, the biomes are pretty large, which accounts for some of why we're seeing so many duplicate POIs, because it's a large map size. I don't think it's the largest map size, but it's a pretty large one. I think we get a challenge for talking to the trader in the snow biome. I don't think we've met him yet, so we'll be able to do that pretty soon. I'm interested to see if the snow has any cities that are larger than what we found here in the desert. I know in previous playthroughs I've done one particular tier 5 POI that was like really large in size, like a skyscraper type thing. And I have not happened upon that in this playthrough yet. So it might be hiding in the snow or the wasteland forest. Don't need to stop for those anymore. Okay, let's couple things we're gonna do here. We are gonna grab all the stuff that we can grab that's of any usefulness at all. If it's not of particular usefulness, we'll just leave it in here. I need those for that scorcher stew, probably. ammo is good. We want to take all the ammo with us. I want to take that robotic drone. That's pretty cool. Time charges, am I ever really going to use those? I don't know if I will. We don't need to take the meat because we got plenty of meat at home. Those might be useful. That might be useful. Maybe. Okay, how much room do I have on my bike? No room. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do while I'm here is I am going to remove this land claim block. So this place is actually going to repopulate with zombies. So once I guess I could probably should take this chemistry station with me. Oh, not that. Let's drop these 2 steel tool parts. We'll take this chemistry station with us. How do you open it? I forgot. Is there a way to remove this once it's built? Maybe not. Oh well, not a big deal. I really haven't been needing this either. I'm just going to leave this here. Who cares? I think we're going to handle things a little differently going forward. The reason I'm removing the land claim block is because if we want to build a little safe house in the snow biome, then we're going to need that land claim block over there. I should pull this up too. There we go. That way, in the unlikely chance that I should die, I don't spawn all the way back down in the desert by accident. Okay, up we go. Did I ever put that on the map? Or is it a 0? It's a 3. I did not put it on the map. That road will take me where I want to go. Need some fuel and repairs before we go too much further with this motorbike. Rabbit. All right. 3 biomes down, 2 more to go. Chicken. Been a while since we've been in the pine forest. Just doesn't make sense to drive all the way back if we're exploring another biome. Don't Don't need to drive back every day. Only come back for the Horde nights. I see a chicken. Got him. There's the red Mesa Compound, the very first Tier 5 that we did on our playthrough. Way back in the day. Come a long way since then. Alright, home sweet home. Okay, let's put some things away. Got some miscellaneous here. Cobblestone blocks. Ammo, we don't need to take all this ammo with us. Oh, our ammo is full. Look at that. Let's get rid of these needles. We're not going to use these. Don't see myself using those. Or pipe bombs, for that matter. Or timed charges, for that matter. Let's dump off some of this ammo. Could use some more of that. Let's just dump off the AP. We don't need that. Actually, while I'm at it, I should reload all my weapons with high power, because that is preferable for just being out in the field. We'll save the AP for when we're doing Horde nights. There we go. Now I can drop out the AP, make sure we're topped up on all of these. There we go. That should be good for a while. Got a level 4 one of those. We'll sort all that out one of these days. I wonder what this thing does. Maybe I should be using this. Let's see what happens.
Power up complete.
I can carry some stuff. That's kind of cool. This just follows me around. Hey, that's pretty cool. I didn't think I'd be able to experience that because I wasn't going to build one. But it turns out I found one. Armor. Commando helmet. I already had a better one than that. Okay, we need the stuff to make this stew. Let's do this before we go too far here. Oops. Okay, I need some raw meat. I need a can of chili. I need a beer. Got it. Okay, that'll be done in a minute and a half. Then how about for the snow gear? Let's see if we can get all the stuff for that. Armor crafting kits. Scrap polymers. Oops, not that. Do I not have any scrap polymers? Maybe I don't. I have to go gather some. Cloth fragments. Leather. That might be a problem too. Nope, I got enough. And cotton. Cotton. I got 24 of those. Okay, so I'm going to need some scrap polymers and some cotton. Do I have any scrap polymers in here? No such luck. I should also get some oil shale going. I'm thinking about it. For that, I'm going to need some coal. This way we don't run out of gasoline. Alright, let's find some scrap polymers. Like, there should be plenty of things I can beat up for scrap polymers. Not that. Just go in the next house over. Should be able to find what we need.
Incoming enemy. Prepare for conflict.
Thanks, robotic drone. That's pretty cool. That's cloth. That's wood and iron. Got a little bit there from that microwave. Got some from the TV. Almost there. There we go. Now we gotta find some cotton. It should be more or less all over the place out here. never had a reason to harvest it until now. One more should do it. Cha-ching. Okay, there's the Scorcher Stew. Go ahead and just use it, so don't forget to do that. And then, boom, boom, boom. I just have to craft it. Snow gear, that's what we need. Alright, 1 minute we'll have it. Now let's put away all this stuff that we don't need anymore. I should grab some repair kits while I'm here. I'm getting a little short on those. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff on our bike that we should bring in. I think I've got enough ammo to last me a while. What do you think? At this stage of the game, I can probably just get rid of the regular ammo. There we go. How about athletic gloves 5? Already had one with more health. How about lumberjack gloves 5? Better than what I had. How about Raider helmet 5? Better than what I had. There's my snow gear. Let's use this. Boom. We are equipped for the snow now. A little bit more stuff on there. We'll leave that on there. Should leave one of those on there. Some backup tools. This is the worst one. That's the worst one. Don't need a ratchet anymore. need a steel axe anymore. Some recog we can put in here. Got plenty of that now. I can put some lockpicks away, don't need all those. Thing's gonna chug out gasoline for a while. Okay, I think we are ready for... I need some repair kits. How do I make repair kits? Forged iron and duct tape. Gonna be needing some of those. I need to refuel my motorcycle and repair it. Alright, we got a little bit of time left. I wonder if we can get to the snow and do some exploring. Let's go for it. Got a little bit of time, we can get to the snow and do a little bit of exploring over there. Headlights. We'll just follow the main roads and try to see if we can map out where the main roads go over there. And day 83, we do need to head back home, but we'll have a little bit of time to do some exploring. We can explore until like noon and then come back and work on our horde base after that. I don't think our horde base is going to need too much attention this time. It looks like last time it looked like it worked really well. Just need to repair all the blocks. No major upgrades needed, I don't think. A lot of time to explore, but we can at least get started. Then we'll do a little bit more exploring tomorrow before we come back home to work on our horde base.
My senses have picked up something.
That robotic drone's pretty cool. Tells me when there's enemies nearby. I see a chicken. I missed. There it is. Alright, we're just going to follow the main roads and see where they go. For now. And we're not freezing to death because we've got our snow gear on now. On the lookout for wild animals to harvest, but other than that, we're pretty much just going down the main roads here. We'll do a more careful exploration later on. Just want to get a sense of where the roads go and maybe if there's a big city or more than one big city. Where did it go? Where did it go?
Master, we are not alone.
Got him. Looks like we found a town. It's the end of the road in that direction.
My senses have picked up something.
Thanks, robotic helper. This biome's pretty cool. Pretty cool. See what I did there? Ooh, look at that. That looks like a pretty sizable city down there. Here's the trader, but we can't go in and talk to him because it's he's closed at the moment. In the morning we will be able to talk to the trader, which we'll try to make it a point to do that before we leave the biome, because that's part of a challenge to do that, to meet all the different traders. This is a pretty good sized city here. What's that? That's the Hotel Zombona again. Okay.
Master, we are not alone.
Just more or less follow this road until we can't follow it anymore. See where it goes. There's another Trader Hugh over here. You know you got a good sized city when you got two Trader Hughs on either side of it.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Energy substation tier 3. Oh yeah, we're heading the right way. Carve a big swath right through the biome. Found one of the main thoroughfares. Here's another Trader Hugh over here. Another town. Slow down to get a good look around here.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Found the downtown area. It's like a cathedral over here. It's only a tier 0 though. Hey, there we go. That's what I was talking about right there. Look at that skyscraper. This thing is called the Dishong Tower. I will put it on the map. I'm not gonna fully label it, but I want to at least make sure that it's on the map. I'll just put a I won't do the full label because that way we'll know that we've never done it before. Yes, I was hoping we would find that one. That one's pretty cool. And there's this over here. What's this? It's a tower construction site. Let's put that on the map as a 4. Nice. Both of those are new that we haven't done yet. Those will be fun.
Master, we are not alone.
Onward. Ooh, what's this one over here? Stand Tower. That's a 4 also. Never done that one before. Alright, this is the place over here. There's several large buildings. That's a 0. That's a 0. It's the mortician's house again? Yeah. We can label that since we know we've already done that one.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Alright, it's morning, so I think we're going to go ahead and call it there. We'll continue doing some exploring for the first half of the day, and then head back to our horde base for the second half of the day. But I'm really happy that we found some unique POIs over there that we haven't done yet. There's probably more to be found if we keep exploring. But if you enjoyed today's video, please click the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Hit the bell to get notified whenever I post something new. Leave a comment to tell me what you thought about it. Share it with your friends. All that stuff helps the channel keep growing. I appreciate all of your support, and I will see you in the next one.